what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I'm back with another video. I just wanted to say a quick thank you to all of you who support the channel. Really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and you can hit that notification bell if you'd like updates on when I post new content. I've actually separated the deck, and I've put the major arcanas in one pile, and I've got the minors in another. I wanted to indicate the overall theme of what the masculines are experiencing at this time using the major arcanas. Alright, so we've got the Unity card, and that's a number 5. So he is experiencing a lot of changes right now. Masculines feel a complete balance with the feminine. So I feel like that's where that unity comes in. He's feeling complete balance when the feminine is in his life. So he's feeling very vulnerable, and people around him are being very unpredictable. And this in turn is causing conflict in his mind. But I do feel as though he will move past it by looking at new approaches, not needing the validation by others outside of the connection. And that's been a major challenge. It takes the masculines some time to ground themselves back into their feminine energies to be able to unlock the connection to their intuition. But I feel as though when the feminines stay in a very positive light and they hold that space, and I'm not saying that that holding that space means waiting. I'm saying that you look at your entire journey from a space of learning and soul growth. And with that outlook, you're able to forgive and heal, because when the triggers come up with your masculines, you understand that there's no projecting these wounds. So you eliminate all of the ghosting, all of the in and out behavior, because you allow that space to occur for healing. So what that means is, the masculine is aware at this time that when conflict comes up with the feminines, there's always a safe space for him to explore these emotions. And many of you feminines now are moving out of the space of continuing to argue or keep up the patterns with ghosting or messaging your masculines when there is any type of arguments. It's you just completely disengage and allow them the space. This is what is setting an example for him and how he should be able to communicate with other people in his life as well. So this is causing him to set a lot of boundaries, these disruptions that he's feeling. And I think it's a beautiful energy that the feminine is the one who's inspiring all of these changes. You're setting boundaries with him, and in turn he's learning to set boundaries with other people. Let's go ahead now and we'll dive into the minor arcanas here for a few more messages. Alright, so this is beautiful. We've got all autumn cards here, and this is going to represent pentacles. So the material world. So first we've got the ace here. We'll start with the 1. So 1 is new ideas, a lot of money coming in, a lot of abundance coming in. And when we think of abundance as well, it could just be support from other people. And I feel like the masculines are maybe waking up to the idea of what it means to find like soul family or people that he can trust. And he's also recognizing what it means to have that trust with someone, and that's reciprocation. So he's learning to weave out gut instincts that he has about when he shares information with other people, how they perceive it. He's learning to read their body language a lot more too. And I feel like this is going to be a benefit for him in gaining a lot of those pentacles that he seeks. He has a lot of new ideas about where he wants to go, and I feel like for the masculines, because they're so structured and logical and very much take charge in the material world, the feminines are teaching them that in order to succeed, they have to be connected to their intuition. I think that for the first time they're starting to realize what surrendering to the feminine energy means, and I think that they never thought that stepping into these emotions would allow them to be so successful in doing a lot of things that they want to do in the outside world. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart, I didn't mean to scare you. Okay, so because 6 comes before 7, I'll go ahead and start with the 6, which is perseverance. And that's beautiful after we get that number 1 with the new idea and opportunities in there. Because with the perseverance now, he's understanding and realizing that he can't let go of these energies or the connection with the feminine. There's no longer a need to control. He has a grip now on these energies. So when we think about that 6 and you think about perseverance, you can rest assured that he's doing very well and working hard to secure a lot of the things that he needs in order to feel stable within the connection. He's learning about good karma too. As you sow, so you shall reap. You know, what you do comes back to you tenfold. To give without expecting anything back in return. And to apologize more, admit his faults, take accountability, take responsibility. So that's great. A lot of prosperity and abundance is coming in because he's actually changing his attitudes toward the feminine energy. And lastly, we've got the 7 of Autumn. It's beautiful that we've got, you know, a new idea in the beginning, jumping right over to the perseverance and then having confidence about it, saying to himself, I can get through anything with faith and conviction. And that's what the feminine has taught him by holding that space for him. You've basically shown him that, you know, through all of the conflict between you two, all of the negativity that he's gone through and projected onto you, and vice versa, you both have always drawn back to each other. And that's allowing you now to have faith in things like love and the twin flame journey. Your belief and your trust in the connection, feminines for the masculines, is bringing him into this awareness of seeing life from a different perspective. He's transforming, you know, with the butterfly there, and he's eating the fruit. He's really harvesting a lot of the love that you've given to him. Because without that creative force, the logical world out there is very structured and rigid, and with them being a divine energy, it really lowers their vibration when it's go, 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 without taking time to connect with that inner self and your inner thoughts and emotion. So the feminine is really bringing this perspective to his life, and he sends you a huge thank you. Anyways, I hope this reading resonated with some of you and that you find clarity in it. I will catch you again in the next video. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.